Hi, Shelley. It's been far too long. Have you been doing all right for yourself?
Huh? I'm sorry, but who am I speaking to right now? It appears that I never saved your phone number if I do happen to know you, so I apologize. Are you someone that I'm related to through work?
Not at all. It's me. It's your mom.
What? Mom, did you end up changing your number?
What are you talking about, Shelley? I don't think I even had a phone back in the day, so I never even had a phone number. It really has been a long time since the last time we saw one another, right? 20 years ago or something close to that.
Huh?
By this point, you should be turning 30 here soon, or are already 30, right?
No, actually, I'm only 25 years old. Wait, are you the one from over 20 years ago that left me and Dad?
Left you? That's not something you should be saying about someone doing to anyone, okay? I never meant to leave you guys back then anyway. I had a lot of problems causing me trouble back in those days, and that's why I had to leave the house for a while.
Are you sure? Are you really Brenda?
What is up with you, Shelley? Why would you call your own mother by her first name like that? You can call me Mom, just like you called me all those years ago.
No, wait a second. What? Why would I ever call you my mom now? From what I remember and from what I've been told, you left Dad and I 20 years ago because you had a massive amount of debt, and you left Dad with it all to pay it off. You think I'd call someone that did that to my dad Mom? Why the heck are you even talking to me now anyway? You haven't even contacted me whatsoever for the past 2 decades, so why now of all times have you decided to come out of hiding? And before you answer that, tell me how the heck you even found my phone number in the first place?
Well, I came back to town and asked one of your old-time friends about you and how to contact you. And they even told me that you're married right now as well. Oh, congratulations! I'm so proud of you, Shelley. And I feel so proud to have a daughter like you.
Ah, so that's what this is all about then. So that's the reason why after 20-odd years you're coming back out and trying to get in touch with me again. I'm sure you heard all about the man I married, right?
Well, to be honest, anyone would want to get back in touch with their daughter, having heard that she got married to a CEO. Really, I need to make sure that I hold on to you more closely now. Thank God I have someone like you around for me still.
Why are you acting like I'd even want anything to do with you now? How does me getting married to my husband have anything to do with you coming back to me? I'm so thrilled to see that you're happy to be in touch with me, but that feeling is not mutual. So please leave me alone forever now.
What are you talking about, Shelley? How's about you and I start living together?
Excuse me?
I'm sure you really are thrilled to finally be hearing from your mom after 20 years, right? And for the past 20 years, I've really been begging to see you again. But I never had the chance to go out and see what kind of beautiful woman you were turning into until recently. I'm sure the reason you landed a successful man like that is because you were raised by a hottie like me and have turned out as my twin. I'm sure if you looked like your dad, you'd be a total train wreck right about now.
Stop that! Don't you dare say anything more about my dad in that way. It's because of you and your selfish behavior that Dad was forced to have to pay off so much of your debt. And I'm sure you never even thought about that back then.
And let me tell you this, Shelley. He wasn't the only one that had to go through a lot of hardships like that. I myself had a lot of problems that caused me all sorts of headaches, so stop acting like he was the only one. But listen, back then I was young and I had no other choice than to leave the house for a while. And now that I'm getting close to being in my 50s, it's time for me to settle back down and be with my family again. And that's why you should be fine with me coming to live with you, right?
No freaking thank you.
Why not? I'm asking you in the most politest way I know how.
This isn't about the way you're asking me or anything like that. I just don't want you back in my life. I don't even think of you as my family. So there's no way you're coming to live in my house. And if you continue to beg me to let you come, saying that you want to see me so badly, I'm going to block you.
Is it really necessary for you to be so cold to your own mother? And what is this about you not thinking of me as your mother anymore?
That means that you're not my mom. And you never ever will be. I'm not even sure why you decided it was a good idea to contact me like this without at least thinking about how I'd respond to you first. But you're seriously getting on my nerves.
Are you kidding me, Shelley? I finally came around to gathering the confidence to contact you after so many long and hard years, and this is how you're going to act? Well, if this is really how you're going to treat me, then maybe I was better off never contacting you.
You're exactly right. You should have never bothered. And what's this about needing confidence anyway? Were you afraid I'd be upset with you? Because you were right to be afraid of that outcome.
No, it's just that the only reason I haven't been speaking to you at all for so long is because I never had the confidence to reach back out to you. But you have to trust me when I say that this whole time I've been thinking about you. And this time I finally thought, after sending you the first message, that this would be my chance to meet you again. Why are you giving me the cold shoulder, Shelley? You're supposed to be my daughter.
Do you think by telling me something like that about yourself, you're going to get me to feel moved by it?
What is wrong with you? You are seriously being way too rude to your own mother.
Are you sure that I'm the one being rude to you? I wasn't the one that left her 5-year-old daughter and husband while in major debt and never coming back even after a decade had passed. Now, you can stop trying to talk with me. I'm totally okay with you just leaving me alone now.
I want the two of us to become family again and rekindle what we had so long ago.
Rekindle what we had? You do realize we aren't a couple or anything, right?
When I tried getting in touch with your father, he never bothered to even respond to me. I was being so kind and everything to him when saying that I'd love to be back in the same home with him. But he never sent me a reply or even read my message to him.
I'm sure in his case he didn't want to read what you'd sent to him and has already blocked your number by now. My dad is a very cutthroat person after all.
I'm getting tired of going on about this, Shelley. Now let me come and live with you again. And please take great care of me as well. So you'd better be willing to pay back the favor.
Thank you so much for giving birth to me. There you go. I just said thank you for your hard work. Can we seriously be done here now?
What the heck is that? Let me come and live with you right now.
Can you please stop trying to force your way back into my life just so that you can have my money? You just asked me to take great care of you. In other words, you only want to be around me for my money, right?
Well, when you put it that way, I suppose so. Well, you already know what I want from you, so I'll be there soon to start living with you again. Please and thank you. And if you don't tell me your address soon, I'll just look it up or something. It's not that hard of a piece of information to find these days.
Huh? You really think it's a great idea to take things that far?
And if I have to pay someone to find you for me, I'll make sure you pay me for that fee when I arrive.
I've had enough of this, Brenda. Stop trying to act like things will turn out your way after trying all of that with me. What right do you even think you still have to be saying things like that to me? Seriously? You are nothing to me now besides a complete stranger. And even strangers know not to say things like that.
am your mother, and that's why I'm talking to you this way. As far as I can tell, the man you've married seems to have the kind of money to help his mother-in-law get back on her feet and live a happy and fun life. So you can see now there's no other option besides letting me come live with you, right? You happened to land yourself a CEO for a husband? That's pretty dang amazing, considering how ugly you are. But I'm going to rekindle the love we had back in the day, so let me come and live with you in that house of yours right now.
Well, if you really want to talk about who my mother is, then you can talk with her about it, since she's sitting right next to me.
Huh?
Are you going to shut the hell up now after realizing that you aren't my mom anymore? Right now I'm living with my mom, and she is most definitely not someone like you. So what the actual frick are you going on about by saying you're my mom and everything?
Your mom? That woman is anything but your mom, Shelley. I'm not sure whether your dad got remarried or something else to force a woman like that into your life, but the only mother you have right now is me. So you treat me like your mother again and let me come live there with you.
No way.
Huh?
After you ran away and left us with your debt, Dad was able to find another woman to marry who took us both in as her own. And to me, she is my real mother, not you. I am thankful that you went through the hardship of giving birth to me, but besides that, you mean nothing more to me than any other stranger. Actually, I take that back. You mean less to me than most strangers.
And what do you mean she's with you right now? Are you actually letting her live with you?
I already told you that we're living in the same house together, but I guess you didn't bother reading that. She just moved in with us last week, and from here on out, she'll be staying with us forever. However, it doesn't really feel that way since my husband was able to build her own sub-house on the property. So really, she's living with us, but in a separate building. It's just nice having her live close to us, though, so that we know she's safe and can reach out to us whenever she needs anything. The whole family is all living together now, and all happy about it.
Is it really necessary for you to be so cold to your own mother? What the hell do you think you're saying to me?
What's wrong? Why are you getting so upset with me now after hearing something like that? Aren't you supposed to be all happy to see that I'm doing well? Or perhaps you're upset because you can't be here with all of us.
Stop saying things like that. I have every right to be upset about something like this. And I'm sure anyone else in my shoes would be as well. I'm supposed to be your mother, but you keep talking about that other woman as though she's your mom.
Really? I've told you multiple times now that you are not my mother and never will be, right? You haven't even seen me for the past 20 years now. So who the hell are you even? That's what I feel like asking you because I seriously have no clue about who you are or why you think it's okay to be talking to me like this. I bet if we met, I still wouldn't even be able to identify who you are.
Why do you keep talking more and more like that to me? I haven't even done anything wrong, yet you want to get the law involved?
Recently, you've been sending him a lot of emails threatening him, right?
What? Threatening him? All I've been doing recently is try and get a hold of him after 20 years have passed.
Just know that if you do anything more to us after today, my dad is going to have to act and make sure you never are seen by us again. There is literally nothing else you can do now, so just stop already. You're the idiot that decided to throw away your family 2 decades ago, so you have to live with that choice now. I don't care about the life you have to live now, but it has nothing to do with us here. Now go find somewhere else to rot away, because it won't be around us, you dying dog. After that, the desperate and anxious Brenda looked frantically for Shelley's house, and when she found it, she started to make her way over there. However, when she arrived at the gated community, she was met by security, who took her into their office. And while stuck with security, the police were called and came in to fill out a report on her. She may have left my dad with a lot of debt back when she ran away from us, but it seems as though she had even more debt now after 20 years of being on the road. And it's entirely safe to say that her life is over with now. From now on, she'll no longer be able to bother Shelley and her family, as a restraining order has been placed on her. And as for all that debt she still has, the bank-in-law will be handling that part. And I have to say, when it comes to a crazy idiot like her, it's probably the best option having the law take her away. When it comes down to her, I really am thankful that she gave birth to me. But every second after my birth, I have to say that I've hated her and will never forget what she did to my dad and I.
Hey, Sleeping Beauty, what are you doing?
Can you stop calling me Sleeping Beauty? I haven't had a good sleep in weeks. I'm very uncomfortable. I'm bloated.
I am not surprised. That's what happens to pregnant women when they eat so much and refuse to exercise. To make matters worse, you just lie down immediately after you eat.
That's not true.
Anyway, what are you doing? The plates for yesterday's event still haven't been washed? Who was gonna wash all those plates? Me?
I will do it, but I need a little help. Besides, you had over 30 guests yesterday just to celebrate the car your son bought for you, and your friends messed up the whole kitchen.
What do you mean? Do you want me to get my hands dirty washing those silly plates? That's your duty as my daughter-in-law. Besides, doing house chores is a perfect way for you to exercise. How are you going to get rid of the pregnancy fat if you don't work?
Pregnancy fat? I haven't even added any weight.
But you will. Every woman does. Now get your lazy butt from that bed, or I will report you to my son.
Lazy butt? I woke up at 6 a.m. to make pasta for you as you asked me to. I checked the kitchen 15 minutes ago and you haven't even touched it.
Well, I don't feel like eating pasta anymore. I will make something else. Or maybe when you are done with the dishes and you still have some of that strength left, you can help with that.
What? Do you even care about me? I am 8 weeks pregnant, for crying out loud.
You are my daughter-in-law, and I care. I am doing all this for you. When I was pregnant, I was doing a 9-to-5 while single-handedly running my business. I don't want a lazy wife for my son. Are you washing the plates or not?
Just give me 15 minutes. I need to rest.
No, 5 minutes.
Hey, Peter. Your mom is at it again.
What is it this time around?
This morning, she made me wash over 30 plates.
Why didn't you use the dishwasher?
Really? I told you it broke some weeks ago and you haven't replaced it yet.
Yeah, right. We'll do so.
Can you call her and stop her from making me sleep in the guest room tonight?
Guest room? What did you do? Did you offend her again?
Really? She is the one who offends me all the time. She makes my life a living hell, and it's been worse since I started carrying your child. Yet you do nothing about it.
Mom says you're always sleeping and eating. I don't even believe you washed those plates. She's just trying to help. Can you cooperate with her?
Geez, how can you say that? Anyway, can you tell her not to go ahead with the guest room thing? You know the bed there is bad.
Why does she even want you to sleep there?
Because her friends are coming over and she wants them to stay in my room. It's a very bad idea to sleep on that bed while I am pregnant with our baby. I'm definitely going to wake up with back pain.
You're doing it again.
Doing what?
Using the baby as an excuse to be lazy. I think Mom is right. I doubt she even asked you to sleep in the guest room. I'm having a busy night shift. I'll be back from the business trip in a few days. Text me if you need anything. I love you so much. Kisses.
You love me, yet you don't trust me? Peter?
Go to bed, sweetie. I'm sure you're in my room.
Wow. Just wow. I really hope you don't regret all this someday. Peter, I have been calling you, but you aren't picking up my calls. I'm so scared.
Hey, what's wrong? So sorry, I just got to my work desk.
I think I'm losing our baby. I'm so scared.
What?
Your mom eventually made me sleep in the guest room last night. and I was so uncomfortable on that horrible bed. I kept tossing all night. I just woke up now and noticed I bled a little. I've been calling your mom, but she isn't picking up. I'm having abdominal pains. I can't even walk. Please call her.
Calling her right away. I really hope you don't lose my baby.
Your mom is here. We are going to the hospital now.
Hey, Beatrice. You have been sulking since we returned from the hospital. You should be glad you didn't lose the baby.
I could have.
Well, you didn't. I am sure your sleeping posture caused this. You spend way too much time sleeping.
How could you say that? You spend more time sleeping than I do.
Anyway, what are you doing?
I am on bed rest as the doctor advised. I still had slight bleeding again this morning.
You heard what the doctor said. It's just subchorionic bleeding. Most women still go on to have healthy babies despite bleeding for months. Well, I really need your help.
Help? For what?
Well, I have an event to plan soon, so you need to go to my cake vendor and my fashion designer's shop to check out some outfits. When you are done with that, I need you to get about 15 items from the supermarket. I will send the shopping list shortly.
But all this will take several hours. I just don't have the time to do all of that.
Do you want me to lose the deal? The client is paying $1,000. I will hate you forever if you make me lose this deal.
But why can't you do all this by yourself?
I am meeting another client in an hour. I am going in my car. You can use an Uber to take you around. Call me if you need anything. Don't make any mistakes. Oh, before I forget, come to my room now. I have something you can use to help you stay strong and energetic throughout the day.
What's that?
It's a supplement. My friend made it.
Is it safe?
What sort of question is that? I will never give you something that will harm you. Don't keep me waiting, or I will let Peter know.
Hey, Helen. The music you're playing in your room is very, very loud. I have been screaming and calling your phone. Why haven't you picked up? I'm seriously bleeding. I'm having abdominal pain. Please come to my room now. Can you call Peter? He isn't answering his phone. Maybe he will answer your call? Helen!
Just saw your messages. I know you are trying to scare everyone again. I'm sure there is nothing wrong. I'll be there in a minute. I'm almost done munching these Pringles.
Peter? It's been about 10 hours since I got admitted to the hospital, and I haven't gotten a single call or text from you. I'm really scared. I feel so bad. I can't stop crying. I need you. I desperately need you, Peter.
Stop texting me!
What? Are you really saying this now?
What do you expect me to do? Clap for you? You lost my child. You lost my baby. My first child.
It's really nobody's fault. Perhaps the baby wasn't well positioned.
I got home this morning and my mom wouldn't stop crying. I lost my child and I've spent the last 5 hours consoling my mom. Do you know how hard it is to see her cry?
What about me?
It's all your fault. You lost a child. I'm sure you didn't do everything my mom asked you to do. She said she caught you sleeping on your back so many times. She also said you were not careful when you tried to get up from the bed.
That's simply not true. I am your wife, Peter. I need you to trust me. Your mom overworked me. She made me do so many difficult tasks despite my condition.
Beatrice, are you really blaming my mom now for your shortcomings? Don't you dare. You're gonna make me hate you more than I already do.
You hate me?
Yes, I can't help it. You were careless. If you truly loved me, you would have been careful to preserve my child at all costs.
Peter, just come to the hospital. I understand that you are going through a rough patch now. Let's just see and talk things out. I'm sure everything will be fine when we see each other. I love you so much, Peter.
I loved you too, but now I regret that I ever did.
Peter, I don't understand where all this is coming from. We promised to stand by each other, to never leave each other. We told ourselves that we couldn't live without each other. Think about all the good times we have shared.
I don't want to. You broke the promise when you carelessly lost my baby.
I'm sorry, Peter. Peter? Please respond. Peter, why did you come to the hospital when I was sleeping? Why didn't you ask the nurses to wake me up?
I came to see the nurses, not you. I can't bear to see the face of the woman who killed my child.
Oh my god, Peter, how can you say that?
Anyway, I left something for you with the nurses.
What's that?
Divorce papers.
What? Are you kidding?
That's the most stupid question you've ever asked me. I'm leaving you.
You are going to regret this, Peter.
I don't think so. Every time I think about you, I only remember you're the reason my first child is dead. I'm gonna take my mom on vacation so we can clear our heads.
She is responsible for this. She overworked me.
Lies!
Hello, Helen. I need to talk to you about something.
Look who finally decided to chat me up. It's been 2 months since you and my son got divorced. What do you want?
I think you are the devil. How can you pretend like you know nothing about the miscarriage?
Do I?
Yes, you know very well you caused it. You made me work too much and made me sleep on that horrible bed.
Aren't you over this already? Anything to duck your responsibilities, I see. Now I am tempted to block your stupid phone number for good.
Do whatever you want, but maybe you'll want to hear something first. I finally got my toxicology report today. I finally summoned the courage to go to the hospital and get it.
What does this have to do with me?
The reports show that there was a substance present in my body that caused my blood pressure to rise and ultimately resulted in the miscarriage. That was a supplement you gave me.
What supplement?
You know exactly the one I am talking about. The report showed the supplement contains substances that are unsafe for pregnant women. You must have known this, and yet you gave it to me.
I don't think taking the supplement just once harmed your baby. So what are you going to do?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am taking you to court.
Ha 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 ha. Silly girl. You don't even have any evidence.
Really? You think so?
Besides, Peter is really going to hate you if you drag his mom to court.
Peter? I'm not sure who that is. Is that an insect? See you in court.
Hey, sweetie.
Sweetie?
Beatrice, my mom is freaking out. She said you're taking her to court? Why are you doing this? Can you drop this case now?
Really? She sounded so bold when we chatted a few days ago.
Well, she is scared. Why didn't you ever mention the supplement she gave you? How could you keep such a thing from me?
You weren't ready to listen. You believed everything your mom told you.
You know what? I am sorry. Everything can still be amended. My mother doesn't have to go to court. We can get married again. We promise never to leave each other. We promise to fight for each other.
You broke that promise, Peter. I'll see you in court in 5 days.
Beatrice.
We already saw each other in court today. Why are you texting me again? You already made such a scene asking everyone to beg me to accept you back into my life. Aren't you bothered about your mom? She's spending the next 6 months of her life in prison. The judge was lenient because she claimed that she didn't know it would harm the baby.
She deserves to be in prison. She'll be fine. Let's talk about us.
Us? There is no us. What kind of man leaves his woman when she needs him the most? What kind of man divorces his wife right after she suffered a miscarriage?
A very stupid man. I messed up, Beatrice. I've never stopped loving you. I really don't see myself with anyone else. My mom even made me go on a date with her friend's daughter. We shared a kiss and it sucked. It was nothing compared to the magical way we kissed. I need you, Beatrice.
Wow. You were busy kissing other women while I was battling depression? Do you know how hard it was to deal with the loss of a child and having to go through a divorce at the same time? It got so bad I almost took my life. There is no going back. We are divorced, Peter.
I love you, Beatrice. The divorce made me realize that I'm incomplete without you. I should have trusted you.
I gave you so many chances, but you never valued what you had.
Let me make it up. I love you.
You only love me when it's convenient for you. That's not the kind of love I want. You left me first when I needed you the most. It's over. I need to heal and move on.
Beatrice, I'm sorry.
Peter kept trying to get back to me, but I made it clear that it was over. 6 months later, Helen was released from prison and she still wasn't sorry for everything that she did. Eventually, I moved to a different city, got a job, and I am talking to a new guy now. He is a kind man. We are friends for now. Maybe in the future something good will come out of it.